There we go. Live, family friends. Welcome back. It's been a good week for us. It's been a good week for you guys. Let us know. So it's been a week since our last live, and you've been doing a lot more hiking lately.
Yeah, tons of hiking. The weather has been beautiful here. It's so mild.
Right.
60, 65.
You scared me, though, your last video. You go up there, and all of a sudden, here comes this storm cloud.
I know. And it was so close that I could actually touch it if I wanted to, but I knew I needed to turn back because if it rained on that mountain, it would have been really slippery and dangerous trying to come down.
It looked beautiful, though. I love that last video.
It was. I can't wait to finish that hike.
Yeah, good. And I've been trying to post more videos of Korcha.
Yeah.
I got like 2 more videos put up. Plus, I did a great interview with Craig that I also got to put up. But I want to ask you guys a question here because this is where I stumbled. Okay, I did 1 video I got up of Korcha. I got 2 more. And I was thinking, do the Korcha series all the way and then put up Craig? Or does it matter? What do you guys think? You know, because I want to get Craig's video up as soon as possible. But do you think it's all right to put that up in between the Korcha videos? Am I overthinking it?
You're overthinking it for sure. One thing you could consider, I don't know if you want to go to this length, is you could create playlists. Like you can have a Korcha playlist, and then it really doesn't matter when you post it. It's all together in a group.
Yeah. Give me food for thought there.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, I got to blow up the chat here. You guys can't tell what I'm doing right now is I'm making a chat bigger because I'm old and blind. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. Zamzam, that's my wife. That's April. She's in the other bedroom. It's pretty tasty. I put crumbly bacon on cornbread. Regina, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay, because April put down ship the chili powder bread.
She said something about she's cooking right now at the top. I didn't catch the whole message.
Jutos, hello, how are you? Allison, want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. Allison and Russ checking in from sunny Florida.
How you doing?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Russ, I talk to you often. I remember that. Fantastic. Hope you guys are doing good. We're doing really well. For us, besides she's been hiking a lot. So Jesse's been gone.
Jesse's been gone.
I know. How you doing, empty nester?
I'm doing okay, and he's coming home.
Good.
So I'm not an empty nester yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been lonely, but also nice to have only one person to worry about.
Sure.
There's pros and cons.
Right, I can imagine. But then the house gets quiet.
It does get quiet.
Yeah, when I was without April, the house got too quiet.
Yeah.
Piper, John, howdy. How you doing? No, very good. I think you're in Florida too, Piper?
Yeah, Gainesville.
You remember?
Levy County here, just southwest.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. And then Piper John,
that's
just
pretty
do what
close
works
to where
for
I grew
you.
up.
I know what Piper's talking about here with that interview with Craig. I really want to get it up.
Get it up.
Yeah. I'll throw it
He's
up.
right. Do what you feel is your channel.
Yeah. But I like to bounce things off you though. Get some advice going.
Yeah, my professional advice.
All right. Do you know? So you have a very good friend coming out here.
Yes.
You know, and you said something that is so interesting to me. A 1 sentence, and I never thought I'd know someone that could say it. I'm sure in your life. You said, "Yeah, we're going to meet in Rome." Just something that said. Did you ever think though?
Just going to casually meet in Rome again.
Yeah, I think that is so neat.
It really is.
Yeah, so she's going to be out for a couple weeks. She said at least.
At least a couple weeks. Yeah, we're not exactly sure. She's buying a one-way ticket, which is wonderful, and we're just going to kind of play it by ear. I mean, eventually she should go home because she has things to take care of there, but she's going to spend as much time here as she can, and we're going to bounce around the Mediterranean and certainly spend a lot of time in Albania as well.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Let's see here. Regina, I'm glad you do well, and I see you're talking to my wife about cooking, I can see. John Goodwin, good afternoon, evening, all. How you doing, John? John, where are you from? Where are you at right now? I know the names, but I'm kind of forgetting, whereabouts people are, so give me a shout out in the chat.
It's hard to remember where everyone is.
Yeah, especially me. But things here are going really well for us, guys. We're approaching the really peak tourist season coming up.
Yeah,
June,
it's
July.
getting busy. The last few days when I've been out walking around, I've noticed a lot of backpackers.
Right.
They're backpackers showing up. Now, I'm not seeing people on the trails yet. Hopefully, I'll start seeing more people on the trails.
Okay.
But so far, it's always just me.
Typically in the summer, like last summer, that's when April and I stopped traveling.
Yeah.
Just because, all the prices go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, all the hotels and stuff are full.
Sure.
Just when the tourists come in.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what we're going to do. But I know we want to go to Athens.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to Rome.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. I just think that is so cool. So she's going to Rome.
Cyprus. We're definitely going to Cyprus as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we were talking about plane tickets before. And what you guys can do to see how cheap things are once you get here, go to whatever airline site you like to use, Google Flights, whatever you like to use, and from where you're taking off from, put TIA, which is the airport here for Toronto, and then explore Europe so you can see what it costs to fly from here to Athens, to Rome, to Budapest. I'm sorry, Budapest.
Yeah.
And you'll see how affordable it is to fly around Europe. So it's really good.
The cheapest ticket from Toronto to Rome, is $20.
Yeah, that's one way though.
Yeah, one way. Yeah.
Same thing with us. When I was looking at Athens, it was $56, but that was round trip.
Yeah.
Which is shocking, unbelievable.
And then if with those budget flights, you have to pay a little extra for baggage and things like that. So there's things to consider.
Shane, before you go out, good morning from Northern Illinois. It's very good. Still cold up there? I would think so. Northern Illinois.
I think it's hot.
You think so right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Give us a shout out. Let us know what the weather's like.
Right.
Okay, Allison, Piper John, hello. We've got friends up there heading to Albania by the end of the year. Very good. Very good. So you got it lined up. Hopefully you're going to stay in Toronto and branch out and see some other places, I hope. Check out the different cities. Want to take out?
Thanks for all the info and response to my questions. I think the hardest part would be being away from my kids and eventually grandkids. Have you found that Skype FaceTime helps a lot with that? I have.
That helps you out?
Yeah, because when I'm FaceTiming and Skyping and all those things, I've used FaceTime and Zoom primarily. I've never had any service issues or anything like that. And then you can have a conversation just like they were next door,
Right.
It makes you feel close to them.
And that is the hardest part. But if I was still stateside, I wouldn't have been able to retire. So I was just working, weekends, doing my chores, and right back at. And our kids are in the same boat. They're in their 30s. So, they're busy trying to make a living too. Sure. Son lives in Nebraska. Daughter's talking about Florida. There goes her and the grandbaby. So believe me, I understand it's hard, but it's an unfortunate part of life. So I'll talk to you, Regina.
I'm with Andrea. Rome is a good side trip. I want to take a trip to the Orient Express, or a trip on the Orient Express.
Very cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Piper John, Allison Schmidt, I've been a year behind you, planning to follow 26. Very good.
Nice.
Yeah. It does take time to put up a plan. It took time to get here, to be honest. Once April and I retired, it took months.
Yeah.
Sell the house, getting everything in order.
We didn't have as much to deal with because I didn't have a lot of assets. I didn't have a house to deal with or anything, but there's still a lot of planning that goes into it.
It's amazing how much stuff you have. You don't even really realize it.
Yes, for sure.
Just get rid of stuff. It's unbelievable. Shane, 61 degrees here, blue skies. That's
nice.
Northern Illinois.
Wow.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. Figured it was still a little chilly.
About what it is here.
Yeah, almost exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it. Today was a little chilly.
It was.
This morning.
Yesterday was actually even colder.
Yeah, it was 49 was a low or something like that. Yeah. The Warriors, bro. I'm Albanian, born and raised in the Bronx of New York. A lot of Albanians in New York. I wouldn't even want to be in Albania. What were you thinking of? No offense. Well, that's the spirit. Affordability, it feels much safer. The list goes on and on. She can pop into Rome. I can pop in anywhere in Greece or anywhere that we really want to. Honestly, it's the best decision that we ever made. No stress. Things have just really gone our way.
I know it's not going to be the same for everyone, but for me, my quality of life has improved substantially.
Gotcha. And Joseph, have you done the ferry to Poland, Italy?
Oh, I haven't. No.
Me neither. Not yet. It is in our future though. We've got so much we want to do. It's hard to pack it all in. Mm-hmm. Jutos, we love Albania. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Especially the people. People have been fantastic.
Yeah.
They're very nice, very warm people. Okay. And you want to take that from James?
Yep. Hola, mi amigo from Panama. Hola,
Panama.
James.
James, good to see you. Man, Panama was on my short list.
Yeah.
For a long time, man. I gave Panama a really hard look.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well down there, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Want to take on the Warriors?
America, best country on earth.
I love being an American. I'm a veteran.
Yeah.
But I couldn't retire there. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
So I just had to go. There's my wife talking to Allison. It will go by fast as it will. JJ, hi from Washington. Washington State or DC? I'm guessing you're saying Washington State. I bet it's still cold up there too.
Yeah.
Let's know what the weather's like over there, Jay. Okay. This is a great channel, by the way. Thank you so much. Joseph, thank you. You made us feel good. Okay. She helps out a great deal. She does.
No, I know.
Yeah, she does.
I make your thumbnails periodically.
It's a great thumbnail.
It took me 10 minutes.
I can't make a thumbnail. What happens is when you do a video, it gives you like 3 choices, and I'll just pick one of the choices. It might be me.
I know some of them are funny when you do that.
But the live, you got to do a thumbnail beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll usually take a crappy picture. But she's really good at putting things together. Yeah, it really helps out. Shows up 60 and cloudy in Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's about the same here, man. Let's see. James will be here in March. Perfect time. Perfect time.
Nice.
Yeah, because then you can get a long-term rental. You're in a very good position to negotiate to get that long-term rental. Good time to come. I'll take Jess Cora.
Yeah, we arrive in Toronto June 5th at nearly midnight. Time to start our Albanian dream life. Excited to get started with the European lifestyle. Italy is one of my favorite places. Awesome. Good for you. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, perfect time too, man. So yeah, you can just pop in Italy so easy. You can take a ferry there. You can fly there.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yes, Washington State, JD.
Awesome.
Okay, that's what I figured. Still really chilly up there, huh? I mean, it's got to be beautiful up there, though. I was there a long time ago. Just went through it, but a beautiful state. John, you want to take John's?
Yep. Just moved to Cincy from Raleigh. Spending the summer watching the Reds in between the recon trip to Toronto for the permanent move this fall. Was going to do it next year, but why wait?
Exactly. No.
Just moved here from Cincy myself, so.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like Cincinnati a lot. I actually love Cincinnati. It's one of my favorite cities that I've visited in the U.S.
Wonderful. Just Mr. Cortrell used to be an Italy traveler specialist for Rally Europe. Okay, so if you need Italy travel pointers, give me a shout. Happy to help you for a trip. Oh man, I love you guys being here. So believe it, if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be here. So, but yeah, man, I'll have to hit you up.
Moving fast.
Yeah, let's see. Do you want to live in Albania permanently or plan to come back to the U.S. after like 10 years? For me, I plan on being here permanently. I bought this place. Location's perfect. I made sure it's close enough to a hospital. As I age, I might need that. So the location's perfect for me. So yeah, I'm living here forever. We'll travel though. We'll travel. Pat, I can't believe I missed you in Corsia, man. I wish I knew I would have met up with you or a bare minimum sent you some hidden gems for food. I'm sure you'll be back. I will be back. Man, I'm sorry I missed you too. I think me and you talked about it before I went. So sorry you missed that, buddy. I'm sorry I missed you. We'll catch up. Corsia is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Can't wait to go back.
And the bus ride, 45 minutes.
It's a scenic bus ride too. I really enjoy that.
It is. So cheap too. It's like 500 lek for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be going there a lot. So it'll be very cool here. Regina, Andrea,
let me know if you try ordering from Amazon Italy and how well it works. I like buying local when I can, but sometimes Amazon is the only place you can find what you need. I agree, Regina. We always try to shop local, but there are just certain things I haven't had luck finding. And I will be putting in an Amazon order soon to see just kind of how it goes, how long shipping takes, how much the fees are, and all that. So I'll keep you posted for sure. And thanks for telling me about that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
That was good news.
Yeah.
Okay, Joseph, have you encountered folks working remotely while they're on their 1-year tourist visa, even though technically should not be, I think? Yeah, you can work remotely. There's really no technicality that you can't. Matter of fact, I really think it's the way to go. If you need to generate, just personal opinion, if you need to generate extra income, I would set it up or try to get it going while you're still in the States before you even come here if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you need to come with a little bit of extra money or have an income.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
Very good. Want to take that from Liz?
Liz, that vegan. So good to see you both. So good to see you, Liz.
You too, Liz. Thank you for being here.
This is a good country for vegans.
Yeah.
The produce here is so good and it's so affordable.
It is. Let's see. Guitar. Bless you both. Downsizing for Albania permanently to pursue music. Oh, very good.
Awesome.
In Durst and in Toronto, you see a lot of people playing live music.
Yeah.
So that'd probably be the place for you. You want to take Matt?
Not sure if you knew, but you're the person we follow for help, advice, and motivation long before you even moved to Albania. You made it easier for us. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, when I started this channel, for those that don't know, while I was still in Dallas, I was doing videos telling, what am I doing to prepare for the trip out here?
And that's how I found you as well.
Right.
I was thinking about it at the same time, and I found you online.
Right. And then we started bouncing ideas off each other, sort of coordinating. And we all ended up here together.
And here we are.
Okay. Want to take that?
My wife and I visiting in December, Pokerdetch, Korcha, Geocaster, and Barat. Oh, wow. That's a good list.
Yeah, that's great cities. I still haven't been to Geocaster. So
I know. I'm dying to go. It looks amazing.
The words, did you travel to Greece? And if so, how was it? You know what? Every time that April and I planned and we're like, feet are out the door, something happens. In the last one, April's dad got real sick. So instead of doing that, we had to send her back to the States to see her father. But no, but it's on our list.
Probably next month. Well, when I'm with Bailey, we plan on bopping over to Greece.
So you're going to beat me there?
Yes, I'm going to beat you there, unless you get there in the next month.
My guess is we'll probably go in September, right at the end of tourist season.
Yeah, we're not going at the most ideal time, I don't think, but it's how it worked out for us. So.
JJ, my hubby and I enjoyed both of your channels. We'll be in Europe in the fall. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your Albania experience and retirement move.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, you guys. It means a great deal to us. Matt B, are people still shocked when you guys tell people you moved from the States to Albania? I still get the whoa faces.
I do too. Yeah. I just had it the other day. Like, you're like, why?
And you and I have laughed about this. At first, people, why are you crazy? And now that we've been here like a year now, like, tell us a little bit more about Albania. It's like we're in a litmus test. They're like, oh, they're still alive. They look happy. So the same people that are kind of like, oh, you're crazy. Have you seen Taken? Crap like that. So, but now they're kind of
stereotypes.
Yes, singing a different tune. Especially when you hear things like, I'm going to meet my friend in Rome.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. It's a cool sense. I guess it depends on if you're looking for life, Encounter any good American style barbecue.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. Oh, I'm trying to think of the name. There's a place next to my doctor in Tirana. And so my doctor's office is called the Physio Center. Just a block down from that. And I can't think of what it was called. Oh. It's like a old Western style restaurant. I can't think of what it's called, but it was the most American style barbecue I've had here.
That good steaks though, where we ate yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
There's a great sushi there too. But the change, and there's another restaurant, Byzantine, that good thick steaks.
That's Pokerdetch, so
yeah. But
if you're talking about Pokerdetch, I haven't found like American style barbecue here.
But still, you can get a good steak.
That sushi though, I have to say, I honestly think that was the best sushi I've ever had, and I love sushi.
Right.
Who would have thought like Albania would have great sushi?
Right. And there were so many different kinds.
Yeah.
They served it on this like a boat. The presentation is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it had like 10 different types of sushi on there. It was really, really good. So we'll be back. Got to go back. Let's see here. Oscar. Thank you, Andrea and Patrick. I have a few pallets of personal items that I can't let go. How would I go about shipping a 20? I think I had this question before. Container for personal items from Chicago in storage units. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple companies that'll do it. It's just pricey. It really is pricey.
Yeah. I'm sorry. When we came over, it was just 4 suitcases and 2 backpacks.
I thought about it a long time ago, and I was comparing prices, and they were all pretty pricey. It was just have to compare different companies that'll do it and see what their pricing is. But I don't have much more information than that. I'm sorry.
Right. And I want to just make something up and just throw it on the table.
Yeah.
You want to take Regina?
Mm-hmm. My friends give me the same reaction when I say I'm retiring to Albania. They are taking me a little more seriously now since I started language lessons.
Good for you. I got to take language lessons. I'm picking up slowly as we go.
I am too, and I'm trying.
Right.
I'm doing a lot of things to try to learn, and I'm still picking up really slowly. But Jesse was learning really quickly, but he was taking classes 1 hour a week, and he was learning much faster than I was.
Very cool. We keep saying we're going to get a teacher.
Yeah.
April and I will. We're going to have to do it. What's hard is it's such a standalone language. It's not after Latin or Slovakia. It's really a standalone language. So it's difficult, especially when you get a little older. It gets harder to learn new things. I know that's an excuse. I know. Look, Andrew's a grand. Greetings, an American living in Thailand, Portugal, cool. Thailand, and Albania were on my list for retirements. I love Thailand, but I will be moving to Albania in 2 months. Very good. I met one gentleman, and he was living in Thailand, and he told me straight up, he goes, I'm going to go back to Thailand. He wasn't really feeling Albania. Sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. Albania is not for everyone. It's just if it's good for us, it might not be for you.
Sure.
But he really liked that dating scene in Thailand, so he was heading back. So the good news is we always say, study the planet, okay? And Think of a few places, but there's a lot out there that you
Yeah.
can go to.
And like for me, this was a better option than anywhere in Asia because I had considered Thailand and a few other places.
Oh, yeah, you and Jesse talked about it.
Yeah, but I would have been working in the middle of the night because I work Eastern Standard Time hours.
Gotcha.
And that would have been really hard. And I'm glad that, you know, I don't have to work in the middle of the night every day.
Exactly. No, I forgot all about that. You're right, because you're
Mhm.
still working for stateside hours.
Yep.
You know, yeah. See, the Warriors, I would also recommend traveling to Serbia and Croatia. Great places to visit, especially given your current location.
Yeah,
There's a lot of places in the Balkans that I want to go to.
Croatia is very high on my list.
Yes.
There's so many places.
Uh,
There's just not enough time to get to all of them.
Kosovo, there's a lot of places
Yeah.
you really got to get to. There's so much to do, so much to see. That's going to be the fun of it. Plus, we still got so much to visit in this country.
In this country,
There's
I
so
know.
many beautiful places
know.
to go to. Let's see, Shane. There are a couple of handful of YouTube channels with Albanian language lessons. Oh, thank you for saying
Yeah,
that.
I watch them all. And they're great. I'm not saying they're not,
Right.
but I think it's me. I'm just,
I think it's me too.
Yeah.
But there was that young guy. Remember last summer, he was in the restaurant. He said his mother teaches shit.
yeah.
You know, so we still got his number. We got to give him a call. You
Yeah.
know, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool. Let's see, Matt. You want to take Matt?
The best sushi in Albanian, hands down, is Salt in Tirana. I've heard about that place. He's the second person to mention
Really?
it to me, and I haven't been there yet. It's in Bloku, if I'm not mistaken.
It's expensive, but very, very high standards. Check it out. sometime.
Yeah.
You won't regret.
Yeah.
Okay, we will next time. Next time we're there. Next time we're in Toronto. The only thing with Toronto, I really enjoy Toronto. There's always something going on. We saw professional fights there. We saw the Euro Cup. They were having a watch party in Scandic Square. Wine tasting in the bazaar. There's always something going on in Toronto.
Mhm.
It was just so hot.
Yeah.
The summer was.
I'm actually going to
brutal.
be in Toronto this week, and I'm going to be in Bloku, but I just didn't budget for Salt, so I don't know if I'm going to do that
Oh,
this
you
trip.
put the bug in you right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Let's see. How you guys doing with the high elect versus USD? Yeah, the dollar's falling a little bit. Where I'm lucky, I'm fine because the house is paid for, the condo's paid for, if that makes any sense. So my biggest expense right now is my healthcare, and we're paying $300 a month. And that's for April and I. My utilities, but we were gone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My electric was $45, and my water was like $12.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but April was gone for most of the month. I spent a week in Poland. You know, take that for what it's worth. But now that we're heading into spring and stuff, we're going to see our electric bill go way down.
Yeah.
Not having to use a heater. And the good thing here at Polka Dot, it doesn't get too hot. Or at least when the sun sets, you know, the temperature really drops.
I've been doing okay with it. I've had to like relook at my budget, but I have such a tight budget, and I budget so carefully. I've just had to make a few cuts here and there to kind of account for that difference.
You see, Sigma, it can drop further. Sure, we'll have to see what happens. You know, you can drop, you can go up. You know, we'll see how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, did you find Italians spoken frequently in Toronto? Yes. Yes. And they're very fluent in Italian here, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed at the amount of languages that these people speak.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, no, really intelligent people.
Everyone speaks like 3 or more languages.
Yeah.
We met a lady in Toronto the other day that spoke 5.
Is that amazing?
Like it was nothing.
I'm still learning English myself. Well, that's for you. For Matt.
Also, me too, Andrea. Thailand and Malaysia were on our list, but decided on Albania. 0 regrets. Our 4-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son love it.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Awesome. So glad to hear that.
See, Maxim, hi. What about the earthquakes? How are you feeling? What do you think about it? You felt the 3-pointer, right?
I felt one. Jesse felt another one. I mean, we were together when it happened, but I was walking and I didn't even notice it. He noticed it because the table was shaking a little. But just about maybe a month ago, I felt it was about a 3-point something. I was laying in bed and I felt my bed moving, and I pulled out that earthquake checker app, and it said that there was an earthquake.
I didn't feel nothing. I just slept right there. You know, no matter where you go, there's some form of something.
Deal with hurricanes in Florida.
Right, Tornado Alley in Texas. You know, there's always something. Let's see. There we go. You want to answer that?
We also brought our dog with us from Florida, so if anyone has questions, feel free. It was a pretty easy process. Keep up the good work. And yes, Andrea, Bloku, please go. Okay, I will. Now I have to go. I'm going to have to redo my budget for the week.
And Matt, thank you. If someone has a dog
I really
question,
do want to go there. Yeah.
So hi. But Matt, thank you for saying that. If anyone's got any dog questions, you can reach out to them right here in the chats. Obviously, we don't care if you guys are talking amongst yourself. I think it
Yeah.
helps the channel, helps you
Yeah.
guys.
We can all network and help each other out.
Oops.
Oh, there's so many.
Okay, the Warriors. Joseph, my parents are both Albanian. I'm born and raised in the U.S. Also a Marine. Very good.
Aw.
Thank you for serving your country. Semper Fi. I'm an Air Force veteran. Marines are tough. Marines are tough, man, real tough. You want to take Joseph?
Have you met anyone who has kids attending any of the international schools there? General opinion from them.
Yes.
You did? Oh, yeah, you do have a friend.
Yeah,
They're
Ronnie.
expensive.
He's got his kids in private school, and that's why he's got to stay in Toronto. It was the only place that he found. He really likes the school for his kids. I don't remember what it costs.
They're expensive because I looked into them for Jesse and I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
They were, but I mean, do your own research. Maybe it would fit into your budget, but I think they're pretty good schools.
Yeah. Okay. Ronnie likes it for his kids. That's why he's saying he's just going to stay in Toronto just for that reason, because the kids are so young. Oops. Man, here we go. Okay, Todd. Oh, man.
No, you're messing it up.
Todd Daniels, thank you so much for your channel. Oh, thanks. I very much appreciate you guys. Appreciate the focus on everyday life and not just the tourist stuff. Yes. The plan is to retire a bit early after New Year's and use Albania as my base, just like we do. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Both of us pride ourselves on not just going to the tourist areas. We want to show you all of it. The tourist areas that are in it, we're going to show you everything, which I think is very important. Okay. John Patrick, the email address that you gave out last year during an interview with Vagabond Awake. If so, can you repost it? Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat right now, so if I can. Oh, I can barely see it. Okay. Forgive me, guys. R-O-A-D. Okay.
At what?
At yahoo.com. Okay. So roadway12345 at yahoo.com. And that's how you can reach me by email. And I do my best to go through it where I really feel bad. And I don't know why. But sometimes I've had people mail me and it goes to my spam folder. Mm-hmm. And then, also I see it in the mail's like 2 weeks old.
That happened to me. I posted an email way back in the day and I would just not even remember to check it. So I don't currently have one up, but I'll get one up eventually.
Guilty. If it takes me a little bit of time to get to you, I apologize. I try to do that as quickly as I can. So bear with me on that. But that's my email address. I'll take Regina.
Mm-hmm. Alaska, same for earthquakes. It's got to be over a 4.5 for me to notice them. Yeah. I don't think I would have noticed that 3 point whatever had I not just been laying still in that moment. It was very slight. Yeah.
In all the years that April and I lived in California, we had so many earthquakes and much bigger than that.
Yeah.
So a 3 point, I think I feel that. Sleep right through that.
You did sleep right through it. I texted both of you and nobody responded.
We were both asleep. John, sorry for earlier typos. Don't worry about it. Sorry about my typos. Okay. A lot of times I got to correct stuff, so don't worry about it. You want to take the words?
Have you guys heard about Trump's son-in-law building a hotel in Albania? Yep. Off the coast of Florida.
Yeah, a resort that's going up there. Let's see, Matt B. Not an international school, but my daughter started school a few weeks ago.
Nice.
It's the closest to I can't pronounce that word.
The Montessori school.
Thank you.
Available in Cortia. Yeah, I think they do try to implement the Montessori style a lot here in Albania, which is fantastic.
Okay. I don't even know what that is. But I appreciate it. I'm glad you did.
It's good.
See, that's why we team up here, because a lot of times I'm not going to know anything. And I'll just nod off to Andrea, please take over.
Oh, size of the class, 8 kids. They all speak English and Albanian. That's fantastic.
That is good, having that small amount of kids per class. Mm-hmm. I like that. I'm not sure, Matt, what you mean by this. Albania, it's...
Oh, for the school.
Oh, for the school. Okay, mm-hmm. Thank you, Matt. See, that's why you're here. Keeps me straight. Thank you. Okay.
Bailey!
Oh, Bailey!
Bailey's here!
Bailey, if you just signed out, we were talking about you earlier.
We were talking about you.
Yeah. And,
all good things.
Yeah, it was all good. It was all good. But we were talking about just the fact that you guys are going to meet in Rome. And just
how cool that is. We're like, we're going to meet in Rome.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Yeah, like we were going down the street. I think that's really cool. So I'm looking forward to meeting you too. But you girls have fun. She deserves it. Get a break. So
it'll be so fun. I can't wait.
Hello, Patrick and your wife. I'm happy for all of the National Positive videos. Wait for summer to come by. Best location for vacation is Durst by the beach. I enjoyed Durst. I've spoken to a lot of people that didn't. And I think the reason why, they just stayed at the port. They got a huge industrial port. It's been there forever.
I hear such mixed reviews on Durst. Some people love it and some people really don't.
We went south. Get away from the port, stayed at the Adriatic Hotel. just April's favorite hotel since we've been out here in Albania. Fantastic. The beaches are beautiful. Much cheaper than Toronto. But I think when people don't like it, they just get near that port. They really got to get away from that.
Yeah.
Okay, John?
Thank you for the email confirmation. Reds versus Indians first pitch at 1:40. Walking over the lunch, then game. Talk later. Everyone stay well. Bye, John.
Take care, John. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for being here.
Man, so you going to the game? I miss baseball.
Do you?
Yeah, we, me, Gary, Frank, Greg, we used to go to Texas Ranger games all the
Nice.
time. All the time.
Nice.
And I do miss that.
Not a thing here, huh?
Yeah.
Bailey, hi.
Really,
Can't wait to see your face.
that's cool. I can't wait to meet you. So that'll be good. Really good. She's very excited. She's very excited that you're coming out. Oscar, which would be the best closest foe surfing and bodyboarding? I don't know. Not really coming off the Atlantic, not coming off the sea. I think you're that. I don't think that's possible.
You can do some bodyboarding.
Definitely
out
not surfing.
I don't know which beach would be best for it, but you can get some little waves out there.
Little, yeah.
Even here in Poker Dutch, there has been a couple days where we had waves that were big enough for bodyboarding.
Yeah, because there were storms on the other side of the lake, so lots of
Yeah.
to crank up like that. Bailey, me too. Yeah, she's excited about coming out too. Yeah, you both need a break. You both need a break. Yeah, come on. So we'll see. That's my wife saying bye to John. Thank you for stopping by. Andrea.
How did you become a virtual assistant? So I'm not a virtual assistant. Technically, I have a regular W-2 job. I have a domicile in Ohio. So I'm not currently a virtual assistant. I'm actually training an Albanian friend on how to become a virtual assistant. I do have a lot of skills that could transfer to being a virtual assistant. And I've done some side work as a virtual assistant. I think the easiest way to get started would be to create a Fiverr profile or Upworks. You can create those for free. You can get them up in one night and just start networking on those platforms. Whatever skills you have, it could be literally anything. So if you know how to post social media, you can post that as a virtual assistant skill that you offer. If you know how to do customer service, you can post that. And if you have more complex skills, those are available. You can post those as well. So if you do IT or anything like that. So I think that would be the easiest way to get started.
So let's say somebody wanted to do that and they really get started. How long do you think it would take them to really, get off the ground a little bit?
It depends how much time you put into networking. You could find, there's really no telling how long it would take you to find a job, but it depends on how much you're going to charge and how much networking and work you're going to put into it. If you put a solid week of works into networking, like 8 hours a day, you could find a job within a week. I'm certain of that.
Oh,
but then it's going to take, you're going to have to nurture that. You're going to have to continue building your profile, reaching out for reviews and things like that, because you're your own business, basically.
Right.
And you're taking contracts.
Right. What I like about that is they can supplement their income.
Yeah.
So it'd be wonderful. How have you ensured that you still have the domicile in the U.S. state? When you say that, driver's license, my legal address is still in the States. And that's it, really.
Here with family, I think that's the easiest way. If you have family, that'll help you with that. You can use a family member's address, but then there's some other ways you can get an address through services as well.
And like I said, I sat down with Social Security, and I didn't want to do it by the phone. I didn't want to do it by reading online. I actually sat down with them, face them eye to eye, and I said, I'm moving overseas. Are we good to go with this? I said, absolutely. No problem. They can even deposit your Social Security checks in a bank over here in Europe, but I didn't do that. So you're perfectly allowed to do that. So what I suggest, and I always tell people, once you get over here, get a lawyer, see an accountant, and also please, if you're close to retirement or close to Social Security, make an appointment, go in, sit down face to face with them, and get the answers that you need. Don't listen to other people. I don't care.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Anybody.
She's beating me up. But go do that face to face. Get your answers before you go. Okay. Want to take Oscar?
I would love to have access to a deep water pool for exercise. Are there any health fitness gyms that has that? I don't know.
I haven't seen any.
There's tons of gyms. There's plenty of gyms. There's that really fancy gym in the mall.
Yes.
Toronto, the Top Tiny Mall, but I don't think they have a pool. That would be the place I would look, is in Toronto, for a gym that might have something like that.
Horace Cottrell, honest option about whether expats need or do not need a vehicle there. We keep going back and
Been
forth.
talking about that this week.
Yeah, matter of fact, we were talking about that just the
Yeah.
other day. We will be in 10 minutes south of Durris. Yeah, the car thing, like I say never, but I really don't have any intention of buying one.
I'm starting to think about it.
And I get it. I get it. For me, since we basically became minimalists, kind of, I'm enjoying that. There's freedom in that. Buy a car, this is one thing you got to worry about now. Parking it, taking care of it, insuring it, so forth. So never say never. I think I might get an electric bike. We can always keep talking about that.
What I'm running into is that a lot of the places I want to go hike, there's no buses that go there. And if I get a cab, it's only like 7 miles away, but that's an expensive cab ride if I need it twice a day. And so I'm running into that issue. But now Craig says he knows someone in town that can rent me a car. So I might actually do that. Since I only need it maybe a couple times a month, I might just rely on renting one for now.
There you go.
But I certainly don't plan on driving like in Toronto or anywhere like that, just locally.
For the word, stupid question, but have you met any good friends yet who are native Albanians? Yes. Our first landlord, it's like April's sister now. I mean, yeah, very close. And a lot of them in Toronto. We're still meeting them here, but definitely yes. I said, the people here are really nice. And Tony! Hello, Patrick. Hey. I can finally catch you all live. Yes.
Good to see you.
No, he's living close to Houston, so he's down there in Texas. So good to see you, Tony, or good to hear from you, man. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Okay. Jimmy, South Open Sea. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is he talking about surfing?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe better waves.
Yeah, that's my wife commenting on Albanian friends. Our landlord from Toronto is my best friend, my new sister. Absolutely. Absolutely. Want to take a nap?
Yep. One last thing. If you decide on salt for a later date, then try out Era Bloku instead. Okay. Now I'm going to have to remember that.
Okay, got it.
And that's one of my favorite restaurants, and they specialize in different dishes from all around the regions. That sounds fantastic. Era Bloku. Let me write that down before I forget. Because what's that? No, I'll put it on my phone, and then I'll check it out this week because I'll need somewhere to go.
Yeah, you're going back to trying to see your doctor, right? Okay, cool. He's lining you up for breakfast.
All right. I will try it out, and I'll let you know.
Very good. Matt, make the best of the best. Yep, absolutely.
Thanks for the tip.
There's my wife's saying I love Lushka. Lushka is the name of our old landlord, and the name Lushka means angel.
Aw,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
That was very cool. Okay, one down on my favorites. Haha. Okay, sliding in late. How you doing, Webster? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Tony, why poker desk? That's a complicated question. We saw a lot of cities. What I mean by complicated is just because it's right for me doesn't mean it'll be right for you. So look at the different cities. For me, the best thing I could say about it, and this is going to be probably a poor description, I call it Mayberry. It's.
I think that's a poor description, honestly. I disagree with that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. What I mean by that is just very chill. Very laid back. It's just a wonderful place to be. When I was much younger, I would have took Toronto. Give me that fast pace. But now I'm getting a little older. I like to kick back a little bit. And I like the clean air. It is clean air. Yeah, I love the views. Everywhere you look in this area is just stunning. But that's true for most of Albania. Sure. I remember you were having trouble in Toronto with some of the pollution. Yeah, so I have beginning stages COPD, and after a few months in Toronto, it was starting to bother me. But it was bothering me substantially more in the U.S., even in suburban areas. So I don't want to act like the air in Toronto is terrible. It was certainly better than Ohio. Right. And again, I was in, the suburbs in Ohio. And I came here, and there's no clean air, and you're feeling no problems. Zero. Yeah. Tommy, a gentleman that has a YouTube channel called Narrow Gate is moving to Durris with his wife from Chiang Mai. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Chiang Mai. Thailand. They will be opening a coffee shop. Good for them. Cool. That's awesome. Cool. The Narrow Gate. Okay. Tony, you want to answer Tony right there? I'm in Houston, getting ready to board the flight to Toronto tomorrow. Yay! We'll be there the first week of July. Excellent. Until the first week of July. Awesome. Oh, hopefully cool. We'll bump into you, man. Yeah. Let's see. Tony's the July when the next cooking there. I was wondering the same thing. The cooking with getting hungry. I'm looking up some recipes. I tried one before. I would let Andrea try, and it was a total. Nice of you. It was total disaster. I had a feeling the first two came out good though. the mayonnaise with the steak.
Yeah.
Then Coca-Cola chicken. It was good though.
It was good.
Right.
I
But-
just couldn't believe that was a thing.
I'm overdue to have a failure. You know, I feel like, but I'm kicking around some ideas, and
Awesome.
this will be our guinea pig right here. Okay, but
Looking
it'll be
forward to
good.
it.
It'll be good. Matter of fact, we were trying things out tonight with April. As a matter of fact, Gina, you want that one?
I have to sell my Ninja to move there. Gonna be sad day to sell Cat Daddy. I will get a car eventually, but probably won't drive it a lot. Aw, yeah,
Yeah, I feel like
yeah. that's
Toronto
hard.
though. Whew, they drive like crazy, man.
Yeah, I won't drive in Toronto.
Yeah.
Never. I think I'm starting to open up to the idea of driving in other places around here, but not Toronto.
Right.
Not ever.
Me neither. Well, so saying hi to my wife. Where'd we go? There we go.
We lost it.
Okay, Jay White Cloud. Just catching this. I wish I could
Okay.
stay, but the restaurant project I'm on opens in 2 weeks. My friends need all the help they can get. I'll watch
Awesome.
this later. Love seeing you both live.
Good
Love
to
seeing
see
you,
you.
Jay. Okay.
Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, believe me, I understand, buddy. But thank you for saying hello, brother. Really appreciate you. The Warriors department's looking great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Still, you're never done. We still got to hang drapes, on our windows and stuff like that. So there's always a project doing it, but it's coming along. We're making it ours. So April's happy. As long as she's happy, then I'm happy. Need a bigger TV. Have you been talking to my daughter? My daughter said the same thing. Okay, you can see it behind us right here. They had like a 30-inch, and that's a 43. I should have got a 50. I really should have. April disagreed with you on that, though. But if something mysterious happens to it, I'll have to be forced to buy a 50. Right? So we'll see.
I need a TV too.
Yeah. Maybe we can donate that.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can work out a deal.
Yeah. Aaron Tron is hit or miss. Yeah.
Yes, there were certainly days that were better than others.
This is my wife saying bye to Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Mary Gomez, are there any large expat communities besides Toronto? I would say Toronto, Durris.
Probably Durris, maybe Surranda.
Yeah, especially during the summer months. But those are more tourists than expats. But we're sprinkled really throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
See, but the largest got to be Durris and
Yeah, for
Durris
sure.
and Toronto. I would say for sure. Tony Z both invited to Vlora while I'm there. I got to go to Vlora too.
Oh, I'm dying to go to Vlora as well. And honestly, I bet that will be the next place that there will be a expat group. I think a lot of expats are starting to flock towards Vlora.
Yeah, plus with the infrastructure they got going on down there, the new airport.
And the airport
right?
and everything. That would be awesome. Maybe we'll plan a trip to go see Tony.
Yeah. Let's see. Want to take Oscar? Oops.
Yep. How would the VA work there? I have 80% service connected for medications and emergencies.
I don't think you can here. I really don't. I'm ex-military as well, but I'm not. I was never injured. I don't think you can here. I'm not sure. You know what? It used to be. Now I got out in the 80s, but you can go and get service inside an American base. At least that's the way it used to be. So you would always be able to go into a base, show your card, and go to use the American hospitals as well as the BX. So you'd have to go to Western Europe for the most part of that. But I don't know if that has changed. So like I said, I got out in '86. It was a long time ago. But as far as I know, like just going to a hospital, your VA is not going to get covered here. I'm sorry. Four Season Painting was how are you guys doing? Very good. Seems like you guys enjoy your time. To my motherland. Oh, your motherland. Yes, we're loving it here.
Absolutely.
Best thing we ever did. People are great. One thing I really love about your city, we always talk, or your country, we always talk about this, is your cities have a total different vibe. Every time you do, it's like visiting another country. It's beautiful. People are really nice.
It has everything here. Beautiful mountains, beautiful ocean, beautiful lakes, beautiful people, and history everywhere. There's castles and ruins everywhere. There's just so much in such a small space.
Here's my wife coming in. No bigger TV.
What if we work out a deal?
See, 2-on-1 now, April. 2-on-1. Sigma, too much construction. Yeah. I mean, right now, especially in Toronto. I mean, it's going on here.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, but you know what, though? It shows the investment coming in and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really coming along like 10 years from now. I think it's going to be something special. It's something special now, don't get me wrong. But the amount of construction, especially in Toronto, it's amazing right now. Tony, we should recommend the Mayo Steak to Texas Roadhouse. Yes. Maybe
get a kickback, huh?
Maybe the big Texan in Amarillo. Yeah. They will kick us out. But until they tasted it, Tony. Until they taste, boy, it was juicy.
It was
Really
good. That was really good.
And it tenderized it really good too. Piper John, you want to take that one?
Yep. I'm not planning to get a car in Albania, but I used to drive in Paris, so I'm sure I can handle Tirana. Paris drivers are nuts.
Yeah.
I've never seen driving in Paris.
I was there in the 80s. I really didn't like France, to be honest with you. I'm not putting it down. It's not too much. Tony, been a pleasure to see you both live streaming. Maybe we'll meet in real. Yeah, hopefully. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. I forgot you were from Laura, as a matter of fact. So very good. Hopefully, Tony. Let me see. Deliberate YouTube. I met 8 to 10 full-time expats in Saranda. Okay, there you go. Okay, so not just tourists, but people actually living there. So wonderful. Good deal. You want to take what, sir?
There were a couple people on Reddit asking about expat groups in Skoder, saying they'd form one if there wasn't already. Yeah, I would imagine that's another one that's going to be popping.
Right, because I loved it. And that is a hotspot. The pedestrian streets is unbelievably beautiful. Four Season Painting. Here in Michigan, we are working like a dog. I can't wait to get back home for a vacation. Yeah, I feel you. Like we talked about earlier, it seemed like all we were doing was working.
Yeah, no, I live to work. And I didn't even sleep. I just took naps in between jobs. I was working days, nights, and weekends with little naps in between. Right.
And I was just working, and then the weekends doing my chores, and then just wake up and go back. Even when we would have a vacation, really couldn't, something in our budget. So it was like a week off away from work.
My vacations were always stressful because you have that 1 week to try to do all these things, and I'd overplan, and they just ended up being really stressful.
Right.
Now I live on vacation.
Exactly. It's like every day is Saturday.
Yeah.
Tony, saying goodbye for now, as fixing the luggage still ongoing, especially with 6 years and 12-month-old kiddos. Especially a 12-month-old, man. Be safe, y'all. Catch y'all down the road.
Safe travels, Tony. To you and your family.
Yeah, a 12-month-old too. You got your hands full, buddy. Safe travels, bro. Okay. Okay, Jay.
Hi, Andrea and Patrick. Wave from Columbus, Ohio. All these Ohioans here. Hoping to visit Laura and Pokerdatch next June. Awesome.
Sounds good, buddy. Now, you coming out to visit? Exploratory visit?
What's the story?
Yeah, it's in there. Craig. Hey,
Craig.
It's a wonderful place to live. Yes, it is. Craig, we were talking earlier about, I got 3 videos of Corsia, and I got yours that I want to throw up. I got one more that I'm gonna put up, and then I'm gonna put up yours. Okay, great guy, great channel. If you guys get a chance, I always mess up how to pronounce his last name. Zivas. Okay, Craig Zivas. Cool guy. Did an interview with him. Now we posting up that interview.
Yeah. So this is the interview that Patrick was talking about earlier in the live. It's with Craig.
Right. Okay. The Warriors. Whoops. Okay. I think you will enjoy going to a soccer game in Albania, especially with a group of friends. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've been able to see a few of them, and they're fun to watch. They get intense.
Yeah, they do. You were watching. Weren't they throwing stuff at the referee?
Yeah. Not that I, encourage that, but it got intense.
That's their favorite part.
It was kind of fun to watch the crowd. They're passionate.
So yeah, it'd be cool. Let's see, Frugal Banner. Where'd you go? Right there. Hi guys, Gunter here. I love Gunter. He's a great guy. After wintering in Mexico, I just returned to Oregon yesterday. We'll hopefully see you in October on my way to Duras.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, great
Mexico
personality.
Oregon.
Right, he's all over the place. I'll do list.
Yeah. Do all major cities have good private hospitals?
I can't speak for every city. I like the hospital here.
Yeah, I haven't been to the one here. I've only been to the one in Toronto myself.
Yeah, and there's different nations, Switzerland, Germany. America has 3. We always laugh about the names of Americans. The hospital, there's American Hospital number 1, American Hospital number 2, and American Hospital number 3, and that is actually their name.
Yes.
And they're in.
I went to American Hospital number 2.
I went to number 1 because I figured we're number 1.
Yeah.
Shows you how much I put into my thought process of doing things. But I've enjoyed the hospital. A lot of people are scared of the hospitals here. But the only problem with American hospitals, a lot of times people aren't going for their checkups or anything just because it's too expensive. You have too many people living check to check. And, so women are missing their mammograms. Guys are missing, there are other tests that they got to do, colon cancer and so forth. And then by the time they discover it, man, they're in trouble.
I had a plethora of tests done for 200 euros. And if you think that's a lot, go and watch my video where I show all the testing that I actually had done for that. all kinds of stuff. It's very affordable. Not all of the equipment is state of the art, but it all got the job done. So it was fine.
Now, I was talking about a friend of mine, Arnold. I don't want to say his last name, but he was here in Albania, blew out his back bad. Neurosurgeon, 4 days in hospital. So you can imagine staying in the hospital for 1 day, let alone 4. Post care, no insurance. His total out of pocket was $3,600.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of expats don't carry insurance. I'm too paranoid not to. You know. Yeah. I know you got insurance too.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I used to, but when I did the math on how much I'd be spending on my insurance for the year, like an emergency would actually typically cost less than that.
Right. No, I feel you because I thought the same thing. Because I'm like, I'm paying over $3,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Just for the insurance.
Right.
So, but I'm wrestling that back and forth.
I know. I do too. I have moments where I'll get it again because it makes me feel better, and then I'm like, I don't need this.
Next, how is the overall quality of the apartments? Are the walls thick? You know, that's a really good question. It's not drywall. It's not cement. I don't know.
We're not sure what it is. It's like a plaster, but I think it's concrete block under plaster. But they're thick. Yeah, for sure. But
what happened for me, we had a much bigger patio. The previous owner wanted to extend the place, so they took away the patio. In doing so, they only had a single wall, and the insulation was terrible. And I just did a double wall with insulation there just to help me out for that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it depends on your place, to be honest with you. It depends, you know, the previous owner, you know, what did they do to the place?
You know, I've been in 3 places, you know, my Airbnb and then my 2 apartments. They all had the same walls. They were very thick.
And Maxim, can you hear the neighbors from above or next door? We're on the top floor. I can hear when people shut their doors, stuff like that. So, you know, I can hear that. Can I hear communication? You know, no.
I can.
Can you?
Yeah. I didn't have this problem in my apartment in Tirana, but here I can hear a little bit of the neighbors. I'm not sure where they're actually coming from because I don't have anyone on most sides. So I think it might actually be from underneath me. And the funny thing is, I used to think that was Jesse making noise. So I'd be working and I'd be texting him to be quiet because I'm working. Because, you know, so I take phone calls and so I have to have silence. And so I'd be like, you need to be quiet. And he's like, I'm not saying anything.
Heard Jess.
Like, I heard you. I need to apologize to him.
How often does he call you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm
sorry.
You had to bring that up. I don't think he's called me once. I mean, I've forced him to FaceTime me on Mother's Day, but other than that, he's been so busy. And
he's at that age.
He's at that age. I'm trying to give him some leeway because he's 16 and he's busy. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. He's the one that should feel bad for forgetting about me.
Matt, I have a weird question. Is there anywhere to get vanilla extract in Pogadas? Mm-hmm. Yes, matter of fact, April just picks them up, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So, yes.
Why? Can. Just curious.
Yeah, that is
now we need to know why.
It is kind of an odd question. You know, why vanilla extract? So let us know. And I'm going to take Regina.
Frugal Vanner. I'm currently in Oregon, too. Oh, not looking forward to fire season.
Yeah. Oregon's beautiful, though.
Yeah, I've never been there.
A lot of woods. I can see why you're worried about fire season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. See? Oops.
Oh, where are we?
Was it Matt? It's my fault because I hit this.
Are we that far behind?
I think so. That's okay. We can
wow.
Okay. So that's cool. Okay. FMP foreign medical plan is there, but only if it covers rated content. Okay. I see what he's talking about. Mine's through James. I'm using Sigma with the C, not with the S. It's $300 a month. $750 deductible, you know, so really it's in case something really bad happens, you know, because I saw a dermatologist in Toronto at American Hospital number 1, out of pocket $16. Nice. You know, so it's really good. So you think I'm flying into Italy for a week, then for a week and a half in Albania, not till the 26th though, doing a couple weeks in Switzerland this summer.
Nice.
I'm saving for that forever. All right, Jen, good for you. I've been through Switzerland. It was gorgeous. It was weird. When I say weird, because the freeway would go right through a mountain. Then you pop out of a mountain. There's a beautiful village, and boom, you're right in another mountain. So it's like underground. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Let's see, it's a VA program. Okay, so you can, James. Good information. Thank you. Because I wasn't a career service guy. Like I said, I got out in '86. So thank you, James, for putting in. I appreciate when you guys can putting some
Sure.
information on the channels really
Info.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's my wife. Yes, Matt, I found it today at Spar Market. Yeah, matter of fact, she did. Patrick from Mr. Webster. When did you switch from Genki to Cigna, and how has that gone? What happened was I was on Genki, which is like a travel insurance. And a friend of mine that I made friends with, Chris, who opened up the Stefan Center. And he's been here since the 90s. And he's 10 years older than me. So he's got all the experience. So I asked him about it, and he's the one that turned me on to Cigna. He goes, you got to go to Cigna. Because Genki, the only thing I didn't like about Genki, every year really jumps up for cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
jumps
that.
up for cost. You know?
I think that's a really good option for people who are traveling, digital nomads, and things like that. So they have the two different types of insurance.
Right.
Sorry, my throat's getting itchy. But they have the like the emergency service and then the regular insurance.
Right. Matt B, yes. On what road? Thank you so much. They don't have that Spars in Corsia. It's the big Spar Market, the largest one that's here. I forget the name of the street. But if you just go to what's that called? Is that Mega Spar or something like that? Jumbo Spar. Okay, that's it. Just ask for Jumbo Spar. It's the biggest that they have here in Pogadest. And yes, you can get the vanilla extract there.
You know, there's a couple of these like herbal shops that we find around town. I don't know what any of them are called. And they tend to carry different oils and extracts. They might have one as well.
What's that, baby?
April, we can't hear you.
April yelled out something from the bedroom. But yeah, she wrote down, yes, Spar Market Jumbo. Combination, I think only one combo here. Yeah, that's the biggest one they have here. And my wife also saying, I don't know the name of the street. If you just ask around for the Jumbo Spar, they're going to point you out how to get there. Liz, healthcare is just too expensive here in the U.S. Yes, it is.
It's out of control.
I need to find an alternative. I'd be happy with $200 for testing. Yep. My current insurance is good, but I need to think about the future. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah, when a lot of people are saying, what about healthcare? Like I said, good healthcare in America, but man, can you afford it?
Yeah.
Just to get coverage, then you got the deductibles. You know,
right.
It'll kill you.
Co-insurance, deductibles. Yeah.
Great. Candy Fields. Hey, Patrick, my husband Kent and I completed 2-month house sit in Greece. Very good.
Cool.
That's getting more and more popular. The house sitting.
Yeah.
Really seems the way to go. We're driving to Malta, Greece, to Geocaster tomorrow. saw your video, Barat. Yes, we want to take on the carriage ride. Yeah, April had a real
cool.
Yeah, had a real romantic ride, and the driver was so funny. You know, yeah, couldn't understand a word he was saying, but he was just so dramatic.
Yeah,
you know? It was beautiful. He had a carriage ride. You know, they were gorgeous, and we love Barat. But you go down to the old heritage area, man, you got to be half Billy Goat. I mean, the hills are like this.
That's true for a lot of areas around here.
I'm getting passed by little old ladies with canes. It's such a great shape there.
Yeah.
You going to take that?
Where are we?
Where are we? Okay, right there from Matt.
She said is that where we are?
Yes, Matt.
She said I'll make you guys a batch. Beware, you will be asking for more. Awesome.
Cool.
Good deal.
Yeah, feeding us is never a bad idea. Okay. There's my wife putting cooking and baking. Can be a challenge. Yeah, because April really liked using gas stoves, and now everything's electric over here. So
I don't bake. I don't think I've baked at all since I've been in Albania, so I don't know.
James V. FMP is a VA medical program for veterans living overseas. Thank you, James, for the information. I did not know that. Like I said, I only did one tour in the Air Force. So, like I said, I got out in '86. So, thank you for the information. You know, if you guys get any information out of it, don't be shy. Throw it out there for everybody. Appreciate it. I'll take Jay.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering, can you shop for more expensive things like appliances, electronics, etc. in Toronto and have it shipped to you? Yes, you can. Or order anything online, or are the stores they're big enough selection? There are a couple places where you can get some good electronics here, Neptune, and then there's another one that's right by us. I don't remember what it's called, but they have a lot of good appliances here in town. But you can have things shipped to you from Megatech and JYSK, which is more furniture than appliances. There might be more as well.
Right. And that place is close to us too with, if you're talking about like washing machines, television sets, refrigerators.
I just got a juicer from there.
There you go.
Yeah. It's good. Good quality.
There's Craig. Health insurance here is $50 a year. Okay, that's the Albanian coverage. $50 a year for 5,000 euros in coverage.
Nice.
I never needed to use it though. Yeah, same as with me. Everything's been out of pocket. That's very good. I think that's the Albanian insurance, if I remember correctly, that $50, Greg. If you can chime in on that. I don't want to put up bad information, but if you can, chime in on that, Greg. My wife chimed in the J. Yes, Mega Tech will ship it to you. Also, my wife.
And usually be a minimum order of 30. And then there's a fee of like 400 lek, something like that, $4 or $5.
Yeah. My wife just wrote Nova ships as well. So very good.
Cool.
Very good. So things here are good. Let's see.
Is that the bottom? Did we make it to the bottom?
I think so. We've been on for about an hour, but let's see. Let's make sure. Don't want to leave anyone out there. No, we should. Yep, that is the very bottom. Been on for about an hour. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I think we're good.
I think we're good. And we're going to try to do these lives more often, hopefully on Sundays. So you're going to be gone, which is cool. So
Am I gone next Sunday?
Well, when your girlfriend comes out.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll be gone for a month, and then maybe she'll do one with us. Sorry, Bailey.
Cool.
I just volunteered you.
Sometimes having 3, we'll have to squeeze in.
Yeah, we'll have to squeeze. We'll squeeze her in.
Yeah. So be good.
You don't have to, Bailey, but you're welcome to.
Yeah, you have to. You're committed. Whether you like it or not. That'd be cool. Calico Job Coach. Hey, Patrick. I'm Candy Husband. Okay, love your videos. We're driving from Greece to Geocaster tomorrow. Looking forward to Albania. Yes, very good. Throw you some hearts, people. Let's see, Matt. You have my word. Please send me your email address so I can write them down. Okay, roadway12345@yahoo.com. Okay, James, thank you for all the info. Thank you, James. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks, man. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you, JoJo.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here, JoJo.
Pat, if you don't mind me asking, do you have to have home insurance when you rent your house? When you're renting, no. When you buy, you don't have to here. Strongly suggest you do. Okay, but you don't have to. It's trippy. You know what's really weird? Yeah, speaking of housing, so I'm leaving this place to my daughter. So I was asking a couple people.
That's right. This is funny.
I asked, I got to go find an attorney and we're going to put it down in the will. And then, I had an Albanian friend go, why? And I go, well, I got a will with you. And they go, your kids just moved in. There's no need for paper. Why wasting your money? And that just blows me away that they do stuff like that. So Todd Daniels love the idea of living. See you in the water. Yeah, I got to get rid of the edge right there. There we go. 2 places. Bye, guys. JJ, looking forward to your Albanian ventures. Thank you. We're going to let you go. Thank you. New life in Albania. Check out her channel for those of you that haven't. She's got a great channel. It's really good information. Saves me on the live stream too. Show her some love. We'll talk to you guys next week. Well,
yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good.
See
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
All right. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.